Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 2x4 test tent with another unboxing video. This one is from a company called Unit Farm. They're another one of those Amazon companies out there trying to make a name for themselves. They're taking a little bit different approach to it than a lot of the companies. Most companies are doing Samsung or not even that really to try and get ahead and get the price down. These guys are actually using Osram diodes, which are really good, and I'm interested to see how it works out. Pretty cool. So let's take a look and see what they have to offer. This is their UF2000 model. They did send me all of their lights. They have, I believe, 4 different models. I will be reviewing those in different videos in the future, but I wanted to get this one out before Black Friday so that they can try and capitalize on some of those juicy Black Friday sales. So yeah, of course we got the watt meter, the par meter, the meter, the heat meter, and baby katana. So let's get the meters out of the way. We will get down to business. Alright, and Amazon, gonna be a box in a box, as usual. Let's pull that out. Alright, how are we getting into this one? Looks like a top open. There we go. Manual there, and let's see what we got. Hey, oh wow, okay, interesting, okay, so this is definitely a lot different than pretty much anything I've reviewed. There's no driver. No driver. Wow. That is incredibly light. That's it right there. Wow. I've never seen that before. Just a board on a piece of metal. Wow. Okay. So this is the driver that they're using, and I guess it's so low wattage you don't really need a massive driver, but I've never seen somebody use a driver like this for one of these panels. I know Rapid LED uses a driver like this for their add-on bars, so I have seen drivers like this before. Interesting. Alright, let's see what kind of hanging kit they give. I kind of like the fact that the driver's not mounted to it though. Standard hanging kit, super basic. Plastic gear rope ratchets, super basic, to be expected. Got a manual here, which is really just one sheet of paper. This kind of shows you a little bit of the info here. So they have the 1000, the 2000, the 3000, and then the UFS 3000. So they have 2 different 3000s. I believe one's square and one's long. I think that's the difference. And we will be testing all of these. 18 hours, screw tips. I don't see anything about... Oh, there's warranty. 3-year warranty, 30-day return. Cool. Alright. Wow. So there's all kinds of options with this because you don't have any mounting requirements. It's super thin. Like height issues are not a problem. I mean, you wouldn't want to run it all the way to the top of your tent, of course. You want some airflow across the top here. But wow, yeah, that's definitely a brand new design that I have not seen before. So let's go ahead and get this sucker hooked up and see what it can do. Alright guys, we are back and we have it all set up. I went ahead and put the cardboard that it comes with. I set up kind of like a 2x2 area. I'll take them away so you can see what it is without them, but it definitely did add a little bit of par. This is definitely going to be a 2x2 light. I do not have a 2x2 tent to test it in, so this is about the best as I'm going to be able to get. It's not bad though. Check this out. 406, and that's it. The standard 16 inches as usual. Oh, probably can't see that because it's so dark. There we go. 16 inches. Man, this thing's actually kind of bright. It's making my camera go dark. So let's take a look at the bottom. See what it's got for diodes here. So it looks like pretty standard mixture of 3000 and 5000K with quite a bit of red. So it'll probably be a pretty good flower light. That's quite a few red diodes for how small this is. And then we have one infrared diode right there. Pretty decent little light. I do like that there's no driver on the back. Like, it's pretty versatile as far as like where you can mount it. I mean, look how thin this thing is. If you're doing a stealth grow or something, this thing would be killer in like a little stealth cabinet grow. Holy shit. Like the possibilities are endless when you've got this sort of slim design. Just absolutely ridiculous. Now 16 inches is probably not going to be where you want to run it. It needs to be probably, I'm going to say 12 inches. This is not really enough to make big fatty buds, but it's enough to make buds. You will get some weed at 400 par. It just won't be the super high quality, amazing, chunky, massive colas that you see on Instagram and stuff. It'll just be some decent bud. Like, it doesn't really affect the frost content that much because that's mostly dependent on genetics. It'll mostly be your yields that will suffer and the density of the bud that will suffer from a lower par rating. But I know a lot of people that run around 400 par and they're totally happy. So it really just depends on your happiness level and your experience level, what you like to grow, what you like to smoke. Some people don't really care like what they smoke as long as it gets them high. Some people have to have the beautiful chunky buds off of Instagram. It's just, you know, it takes all kinds. So let's take these walls away and we'll see how much it drops. So it dropped below 400. Didn't drop a ton, but it does add some reflection. So we're down to 399. That is definitely enough to veg with. You might actually want to raise it up a little bit to veg with it. Let's move it around a little bit. This is like to the edge of the light here. 300, you're still in veg territory. Still in veg territory. That's at each edge of the light. If you take it a little bit further out to like that 2-foot edge. 250. You're still in veg territory. So this is definitely, if you got a little 2x2 veg tent, this thing will rock the shit out of that tent for veg at 16 inches. Maybe even 18 inches, to be honest. Maybe even 18 inches. Just to make sure that you're not getting a hot spot in the middle. But let's I can't dim this thing. There's no dimmer. So it's up all the way, full time. So I'm gonna have to lower this down to try and see what it's gonna be for flower. But I'm guessing it's gonna be 12 inches. So let me lower it down to 12 inches and I will be right back. Alright, we are back at 12 inches now. And I've got the walls set up. It will be brighter too if you've got like this sort of reflection, or even just white. Like this brown is absorbing some of the light. I'm just literally just using it because it's there. I usually don't even use any sidewalls, you guys know that. But I figured it's there, might as well check it out. And this light is gonna need as much help as it can get, really. It's not that the light is bad, it's just such a small light and it's made for such a small space. Testing it in a large space really does not do it justice. It kind of screws it over because it's meant to have very, very close reflective walls. So I'm trying not to screw this light over. And look at that. That is Fat Cola territory. 12 inches, 680. That is awesome. Holy crap. Look at that. The little unit farm. Killing the game. 680, man. Yeah, if you got a little cabinet grow, mount this thing at 12 inches. You're gonna get some nuggets. Let's move it out to the edge here. Simulated 2-foot edge. That's without turning it in at all, and with crappy reflection on the side. Brings it down to 300, but you're gonna have your leaves turning inwards towards the light. So that brings us up to 370. That's right there, close to that 400 mark. So close. Like this thing is gonna really kill it in like a 1.5 by 1.5 foot space, and then that other 3 inches on each side is just gonna be a little bit lacking. But if you're looking for a stealth grow option, it's gonna be hard to beat something like this, honestly. For the money, like, what is this thing, 80 bucks or less? And you're looking at 680 par in the middle, and you've got 0 mounting height. Yeah, you could definitely do some stuff with this light. I mean, there's plenty of options to mount a fan to the back of here, like even like a PC fan or something like that. AC Infinity makes fans that will just sit on top of here and would cool this thing. Like there's all kinds of options. Let's take away the walls, see what it is without the walls here. It's not gonna change it much though, because these walls aren't very good. So 670, you get like 10, maybe 15 par. Probably 20 or more with some decent wall setup. Well, we swinging about 666 there. Evil light. Evil. But yeah, this thing's a neat little light. I've never ever seen a design like this without anything on it. Like, it's just bare, completely bare. That is that's new to me. I don't know if you guys have seen anything like that, but let's see what the heat's feeling like already. It's probably gonna heat up pretty quick. Yeah, it's definitely getting hot. It is fairly thick though. The metal here is not super thin. It's not overly thick. It's not like MaxiSun thick. MaxiSun has like some of the thickest ass metal on their boards. It's ridiculous. But it's not quite super thin either. But let's go ahead and let this heat up, and we'll take some heat readings and see what we can get. Imagine it's going to be not too outrageous because it's not pushing a whole lot of wattage. What is it, like 95 watts? So yeah, so we will be right back. Alright, this thing's been on for a while to warm up. Let's take a look and see what kind of readings we can get. Now on the shiny metal part, it's not going to read too accurately, but luckily there is a sticker on here. So once it hits the sticker there, there's some serious glare. 120, 121. It's about 120 or so. That's really good. That's really good. A lot of these boards are running in like the 125s to 130 range. So 120 is pretty damn good. That probably does help not having the driver on here, for sure. Everything else that I measure that runs hotter like that has the driver mounted to the board. Let's take a look at the underside. I think I just hit a diode. Yep, definitely just hit a diode. 118. Yeah, in between, looking like 80s up to like 120. So yeah, not overly hot. Not bad at all. I'm pretty impressed with this little bastard. I really like the low profile. Just the options of that is amazing. The only thing I wish it had was a dimmer. If this thing had a dimmer, it would be the ultimate stealth grow light for like a little 1.5 by 1.5 cabinet or a 2 by 2 cabinet. Amazing. If it had a dimmer, you could actually even maybe use it in like a PC grow. Do like a full tower PC grow. Pretty neat though. I don't know. I'm anxious to see what the rest of their lights look like and what they perform like. Keep an eye out for the future reviews from these guys, and that's pretty much it for this review, I think. Click the links below if you want to check these guys out on Amazon. Always click the links and get all the info, and if you want one, go ahead and pick one up. It helps me out a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Till next time, guys, happy growing.